guys, looking right here, we go. Hold there for a sec, let me check, good. Couple more, make sure our eyes are open.
I didn't know I was to be the first one up. First, I would like to say it's an incredible honor. It is to have stand here today and be recognized as part of the University of South Alabama Hall of Fame. When I first put on that jersey, the Jaguar uniform, I never imagined I would be up here one day. It's truly an honor. I would like to take this opportunity, this moment, and thank God. I know that it would not be possible without him. To the University of South Alabama, I am so appreciated to be part of such an amazing organization. It meant the world to me that I was thought of during the decision making for the Hall of Fame. To my family, my wife, my son, my 2 girls, to my mama, my brothers, and my sisters. Thank you all for the support and prayers along the way. You kept encouraging me and pushing me to keep moving forward. If my father was still living today, I can only imagine how proud he would be of me. He would always tell me, don't worry about us. Just do what you're supposed to do, and you'll be okay. I would like to think I did just that. I would like to thank Coach Kitchell. You believed in me from day one. You pushed me to get better at every single practice. You never let me settle for good is enough. I wouldn't be standing here without you. Your guidance and your faith in me. Once again, Coach, thank you for believing in me, and I didn't disappoint. Picture this, Cottonwood, Alabama, a small town where everybody knows everybody. There I was, a kid with 8 brothers and 4 sisters. I can remember so vividly how we used to gather with cousins and play on a dirt road, from baseball to football to whatever sports we could think of. And we would play until the street lights come on or till we hear Mom say it's time to come in. I enjoyed every moment of it as a kid. I never imagined I would be the one to make it to the next level. During my life, I realized that it has never been all about me. Being raised in a family, 15 siblings, how could change a thing? Looking back, I couldn't and wouldn't change a thing. Life happened as it should. Life is not measured by the numbers anyway. Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. Everyone should be proud of where they are in life and strive for greatness each day. Everyone is a role model in our life, whether it's positive or negative. And we should take those lessons and turn them into teachable moments for the better. I am going to close by saying this. Life is short, but it is oh so sweet. There are a lot of people that we meet as we walk through this journey of life. But the things that means the most are the friendships and lessons that you endure and take along with you every day. Thank you, and go Jags.
Well, I apologize in advance because I'm not going to be as structured as Pete's speech. But, of course, I want to start out by thanking Dr. Erdman and the Hall of Fame Council for nominating me for the Hall of Fame. It's an incredible honor, and I know that when I got the call from you, Dr. Erdman, many times as an athlete, I felt like I hadn't done enough. I'm sure many athletes here feel the same, like I'd wasted some competitions, I've been lazy at practice. But when I got the call, I felt finally like, okay, I did something. I actually did accomplish a lot of things, and I can't tell you how honored I am to accept this nomination. Of course, I also want to thank God, because without him, none of this would have been possible, and the gifts that I've been given to compete at this level. I want to thank my parents and my siblings for being there through the good times and the bad. Most people, most parents will have their kids probably play baseball, football, basketball. They'll go to football games on the weekends. I, on the other hand, have been doing track my whole life. My dad took me to track meets growing up, out of nowhere. Summer, anytime there was something else to do, it was track meets instead. And I think that set me up pretty well. So yeah, I've been doing track for a very long time. And then of course to my mom as well. So many videos that she was able to take of me pole vaulting, because she couldn't stand to watch me pole vault. She was terrified every time. And so thank you. And then to my siblings, my brother's here, and then I have 3 other siblings, all who did track and kind of helped me become the athlete I am today in the competition that we had with each other. I want to thank Coach Brewski and Coach James. As Dr. Erdman had mentioned, I am one of the inductees from Mobile. That would be me. I did grow up here, moved here when I was 5, and I've known Coach Brewski since about that time. And he has been a great friend and mentor, and believed in me when I was a scrawny 16-year-old, 145-pound kid, to give me the opportunity to compete at this level and do the things that I've done. And then I want to end by thanking all of my friends and, of course, the medical staff here at South Alabama. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention them. I did suffer an injury that could have ended my career, but at South, the medical staff here took care of me, and my friends at that time really helped me get back on my feet to be able to compete again. And without that, I don't think I'd be standing here today. And just an insight on what happened, because I want to finish with something. I injured my ankle, my left ankle, which is my jumping leg for pole vault, which, if none of you know, I'm sure most of you don't, that it is the most important part of my body for pole vaulting. And because without it, I can't jump. And I know that even with the scar that's there, that for the rest of my life, I will be able to see that scar, and it will remind me of all of the memories I made here at South and all the things that I was capable to do. Thank you.
So these days I still have a small stutter, so if I have anything planned, it's not going to work. It's going to be bad.
Go ahead and get a little closer.
Closer, okay. Can you hear me now? Okay. So, actually, where I started to get better at speaking was over here. It's due to there were 16,000 students, and I tried to meet all of them, and yeah, it was a big experience. I really grew as a person at South. It's been. I did not expect to stand here one day. I did end up doing hammer throw. The first time I've seen the sport, I was a little kid watching the Olympics. I think it's been in 2000. At the same time, I got my first yo-yo. I couldn't get the thing to spin, and I remember the guy on TV spinning, and I just did this with the yo-yo. So, and now standing here, it's been a trip. At first, I want to just say, to Coach Brewski, thank you for the opportunity. The day we met was by chance, and it was luck. And also Coach James, Coach Nate Janissy. I don't know where to start because there's many people I've met, and it really touched my heart. The three people I have to thank is my mom, Elaine, both of my big brothers, Leopold who's here, John who can't be. Without them, I would have been they have helped me really a lot. So and also I'll end with a small story as well. As a kid, my favorite animal I was going through books of animals, and I saw a jaguar, and I thought that's really cool. And then I technically became one, and I always enjoyed the phrase "Go Jags." It's catchy, but more in Afrikaans, how Jags is spelled, it says Jags. Those that know, I'm not going to explain it in English. Thank you thank you for being here, Dr. Joel Erdman. Thank you. Darlene, you've been a big help into just getting me here. I know my communication was not the best at first, but everyone, thank you.
First, I would like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because without Him, none of this would be possible. Thank you to the Hall of Fame Committee, Dr. Erdman, for being inducted with so many great athletes and coaches. It's a dream come true. When I first started playing at the age of 4, I knew I wanted to play at the highest level. At 13, I was advised to become a slapper because I weighed 100 pounds and I could run. That fall, I have first hit my true test of adversity. Softball is a game of failure, but I'd never experienced growing pains like I did then, yet the dream remained. I was raised to believe you get what you work for. If you aren't happy with your results, work harder. Look yourself in the mirror and ask, did you give everything you could to be successful? Softball has taught me so much. How to keep going after an error, how to lead by example, and how to be a team player because you can't win alone. You only have so much time in this life, and in a blink, things are over. No matter what you do, give it everything you've got. I'd like to start by thanking Coach Clark and her coaching staff. Coach McCain, thank you for shaping me into the player and person I am today. Challenged me to be tougher, faster, and smarter. To Mayor, thank you for always making sure I had all the gear possible. I know the skinny kid who tore a pair of pants every week and needed special sliders wasn't easy to handle. Thank you for letting me wear my lucky holy pants, even though you finally had to take them away when we played on ESPN against LSU. I appreciate you also keeping the mascots away so I actually could play and get on the field. To Jenny Frisbee, the woman who can do it all. Thank you for stepping in my freshman year as the softball trainer and later becoming Mama Jenny to so many of us. Without you, I wouldn't have been able to play my freshman year after breaking my foot 2 weeks before game 1. You continue to try to find ways to make the pain tolerable. The homemade cast and 3 layers of tape are something I'll never forget. Thank you for all the talks in the training room and the Jag juice on game days. I'm forever grateful you allowed me to balance back my next 3 years better than ever. To Coach Clark, I'll never forget committing to you on the phone Thanksgiving Day. You stood for everything I grew up knowing, to work your butt off and to never back down from anyone. Your determination and grit are unmatched, and you made coming to South the easy decision. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to play at South Alabama. Next, to my teammates, the people who truly made this journey unforgettable. You pushed me and you supported me and made the early mornings, the long practices, the bus rides, and the games something I'll never forget. Thanks for the laughs, the inside jokes, the late night talks, and the battles we fought together. We won some, we lost some, but we did it together, and that's what matters most. Every teammate and coach helped me not just find my swing, but my confidence. Lastly, I'd like to thank my family. You're the rock that has made this journey possible. To my parents, thank you so much. Without y'all, I wouldn't be here. Dad, thanks for being a voice for every big game, and even the voice when I was 0 for 3. To my siblings, Kennedy and AJ, thank you so much for following me around from park to park and for cheering me on. To my husband, Matt, and son, Colton, you weren't with me during my career, but you've been with me during my coaching career, and I'm excited and thankful that you get to experience another milestone with me. To the rest of my family and friends who made it today, thank you. Having people in my corner like you, my constants, my rocks, is a blessing. I don't know what I would do without each and every one of you. Softball gave me much more than just trophies and stats. It gave me lifelong friends and lessons in resilience. Greatness isn't about being perfect. We play a sport where 3 for 10 is a great weekend. It's about giving everything you've got and not quitting when things get hard. Thank you again to the University of South Alabama and the Hall of Fame. It is truly an honor to be a Jag. Go Jags.
Hal was one of those fortunate people who understood and embraced who they were and what they were called to do. He had a calling. He had a clear vocation. He never worked a day in his life. He was an educator. He was a coach. He was an administrator who sincerely and authentically enjoyed helping people. He was able to spend the majority of his professional years at a place he dearly loved, and it loved him back. He came to campus every day wanting to be here. His positive demeanor was infectious. His efforts were never contained to a job description. What needed to be done would be done, whether late at night, early morning, weekends, hot, cold, rain or shine. Hal was there, and with a smile on his face. Hal's presence and personality transcends this campus and community. People in this profession around the region and in the Sun Belt Conference respected and enjoyed him. His pride in his job, willingness to consistently go above and beyond, unconditional love for this university, and the desire to help others are the reasons we honor him today. At this time, I'd like to bring up Catherine for a picture, along with Kevin, who is the eldest of 4 sons. and then Kevin will have some remarks on Hal's behalf. Come on.
You weren't getting out of this. You had to come up here at some point.
You get in the middle.
You stand in the middle and you hold it. Got it? You take these off for you. I'm gonna throw up a picture. Oh, okay.
Do it again.
I'm gonna hear it from you. Well, I can tell you guys, me personally, by no stretch of the imagination, should ever be up here on this podium for something like this. But apparently my brothers and siblings and sister-in-laws and everybody took a midnight vote that I was not a part of, and here I am. So they get to sit out there and I get to speak to you all, which I did not know there would be this many people, so bear with me. When Dad died unexpectedly 3 years ago, our family, who was already very close, we were always there for each other, we kind of circled the wagons a little bit. And it made us become closer. Little did we know that the South Alabama family, which we knew he was a part of, we knew that people loved him, but we didn't know how much, circled that wagon. And in that time ever since, they have gone above and beyond to show us how much they loved him and how much they respected what he did. And they continue to show us just how much they truly loved him. I can tell you with absolute certainty, my mother can probably tell you more, he loved you guys tenfold. From Dr. Erdman to Dr. McCarthy to the business people, anybody on this campus, if you are a member of South Alabama, you are a part of his family. And unfortunately, guys, y'all are stuck with him for a little while. He was so proud of the university, the growth while he was here, the growth after he was here, the direction of everything that was going from the renovations to existing buildings, new constructions, everything that has gone on this campus, he beamed with pride every day. And I promise you, he told us about it every single day. The leadership of this university, he would always say, is in great hands from the top down, from the president's office to Dr. Erdman to all the deans of all the colleges. When he passed away, we started a small scholarship fund in his honor, in his name, to continue his legacy on the campus. And even though this honor right here cements his legacy, that scholarship fund we created, we want to go to somebody that embodied what he was. And like Dr. Erdman said, he was somebody that would pick up trash before a volleyball match, would stay up until midnight down at Ladd Stadium to make sure a video board that had been repaired worked properly. He would show up at 5 a.m. before a baseball game to make sure everything was done and that everything ran properly. Now, once that stuff got done, he was probably on a golf cart headed across the street to go play golf. But he was still here. There was also the time he took a scissor lift from Stanky Field fixing something, and you could see him riding down Old Shell Road on a scissor lift about 10 feet in the air with a big old grin on his face. He loved every second of it. Or the time the JTC fell that first time during a windstorm. I'm not even sure he was still full-time. He was one of the first ones over to check and see what was going on. Which, by the way, Dr. Erdman, he was across the street playing golf. He swears he was 3 under and that he was leading the tournament, and you owe him a beverage. I was playing with him that day. I can confirm he was not 3 under, nor was he leading the tournament. So, But our family hopes and prays that whoever does receive this scholarship and whoever does receive the first one and the next ones after that, continue his legacy. Continue to be that person on this campus who will do whatever it takes to make this campus better, to make this university better, to make their program better. It doesn't matter if you're a student trainer, if you're an equipment manager, he didn't care. That's what we want. His legacy will be here forever. This, like I spoke of earlier, this cements it. Long after we're gone, long after this administration is gone, my kids and his grandchildren will be able to come right up there to the north end and see Pop. Our family wants to thank everybody here. Thank Dr. Erdman, the Hall of Fame Committee, the council, everybody involved for this honor for him. This would have been the best and greatest professional honor he could have ever had. And I know he's smiling at us. Thank you.